Manny Pacquiao's comeback ignites new chapter as he eyes December return. Manny Pacquiao may have lost on July 19th, but you wouldn't know it by looking at the fire still burning in his eyes. At 45 years old, the legendary Filipino fighter stepped into the ring against Mario Barrios and proved, once again, that age is just a number. Despite coming up short by majority decision, Pacquiao showed flashes of speed, power, and relentless energy that made him a global icon for over 2 decades. And rather than walk away quietly into retirement, Pacquiao made one thing abundantly clear. He's not done yet. Not even close. In fact, the Barrios fight might have been just the beginning of another thrilling chapter in the storied career of the former 8-division world champion. According to members of his inner circle, including longtime advisor Sean Gibbons, Pacquiao is already eyeing his next challenge, and it could come sooner than anyone expected. Talks of a rematch with Barrios are actively underway. But even as those negotiations continue, Pacquiao's camp is exploring a list of other big-name opponents. Among the most talked-about options are Rolando "Raleigh" Romero, the hard-hitting Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and the ever-charismatic Ryan Garcia, who is eager to return to form after a difficult few years in and out of the ring. Ryan Garcia, in particular, has wasted no time throwing his name into the mix. The 26-year-old, who turns 27 later this year, recently recovered from his second surgery since 2021 and has been vocal about his desire to return stronger than ever. In a recent interview, Garcia didn't hold back when asked about a potential matchup with Pacquiao. He made it clear that facing a legend like Manny would be both an honor and an opportunity to silence his critics. "I would dominate him," Garcia said confidently. "I would capitalize on Manny's mistakes better than other guys. I would knock him out like Juan Manuel Marquez did. No disrespect to the legend, of course." As speculation continues to swirl, one possible date looms large: December 17th, Manny Pacquiao's 47th birthday. According to Sean Gibbons, that's the date the team is targeting for Pacquiao's next fight. Not only would it mark a symbolic moment for the Hall of Famer, but it could also serve as a celebration of his enduring passion for the sport. "We're shooting for a fight in December," Gibbons told The Ring. "That would be a great way to mark Manny's birthday, with another unforgettable night in the ring." Rolando Romero, fresh off his recent victory over Ryan Garcia at May's Fatal Fury event, has also stepped up as a potential opponent. And he's made it clear he's ready for the spotlight. Romero has never been shy when it comes to promoting himself, and he sees a fight with Pacquiao as a chance to add a legendary name to his resume. "If Manny Pacquiao wants to fight me and make big money in a huge fight, let's do it," Romero declared. "A Hall of Famer on my record? Who wouldn't want that? That's the easiest way into the Hall of Fame, right?" Following his loss to Barrios, Pacquiao took to social media to reflect not just on the result, but on the journey. His words struck a chord with fans across the globe. "Thank you, Lord, for keeping us safe in the ring," he wrote. "I want to thank my wife, my children, my family, my team, and everyone who supported me during this fight. Even after all these years, I felt great in the ring." That last sentence carried weight. It wasn't just about physical condition. It was about spirit. Pacquiao wasn't talking like someone who had just lost. He was talking like a man who had rediscovered something. Now, all eyes are on what comes next. With December rapidly approaching, the boxing world is once again watching Pacquiao's every move. Will it be a rematch with Barrios? A clash with the explosive Romero? Or a generational showdown against the younger, flashier Ryan Garcia? Regardless of who ends up standing across from him, one thing is clear. Manny Pacquiao is not here to collect a paycheck or fade into memory. He's here to fight. He's here to prove that greatness never expires. And if the performance in July is anything to go by, the fire in his heart is as strong as it's ever been. As he trains for what could be another major bout on his 47th birthday, Pacquiao knows he's fighting not just to win, but to inspire. Fans all over the world are rooting for him, not just because of what he's done, but because of what he still dares to do. In an era where many athletes bow out before the world asks them to, Pacquiao is leaning in, embracing the challenge, and pushing himself once more toward the impossible. If he can maintain his stamina, sharpen his timing, and prepare for war, December might just offer one more legendary night for a man who's already given boxing so many. What makes this potential comeback even more compelling is how Manny Pacquiao continues to defy the natural decline that comes with age. While most fighters in their mid-40s are either long retired or battling the physical toll of years inside the ring, Pacquiao moves like a man a decade younger. Against Barrios, even in defeat, he showcased the same explosive bursts and uncanny footwork that have defined his career. Though not as consistent as in his prime, those flashes were enough to remind fans why he's one of the most electrifying boxers the sport has ever seen. It's that rare ability to still compete at the highest level that his fans cling to hope that there's more magic left in his gloves. There's also something deeply human about Pacquiao's decision to keep fighting. This isn't just about titles or money. It's about purpose. After a brief retirement and even an unsuccessful run for the Philippine presidency, Pacquiao seems to have returned to his first love with renewed passion. Boxing isn't just what he does. It's who he is. The discipline, the training, the roar of the crowd, it all feeds into something primal, something enduring. And as long as he can train, prepare, and compete at a respectable level, he seems unwilling to walk away from the life that gave him everything. For younger fighters like Ryan Garcia, sharing the ring with Pacquiao represents more than just a career opportunity. It's a rite of passage. Garcia has been open about his admiration for Manny, but also confident in his own evolution as a fighter. His comments about knocking Pacquiao like one Manuel Marquez once may have sounded harsh, but underneath was a sense of reverence. Facing a legend like Pacquiao is an endorsement of your own status in sport. It means you've arrived. And if Garcia can beat him, it might just be the moment that reignites his trajectory and silences the critics who questioned resilience in recent years. Meanwhile, Rolando Romero brings a very different energy. Brash, bold, and unfiltered, Romero has no problem stepping into the spotlight and making noise. His victory over Ryan Garcia at the Fatal Fury event in May gave his stock a significant boost, and now he's aiming even higher. A fight against Pacquiao wouldn't just be a payday for Romero. It would be a brand-defining moment. He knows that beating a living legend could catapult him into superstar territory. His comment about taking the easiest route to Hall of Fame might be tongue-in-cheek, but the ambition is very real. Romero wants a spotlight, and Pacquiao remains one of